In this video, I will trim the gear to the required size and find out the mounting distance to mesh the bevel pinion and gear. The bevel gear set I am going to create is like this set. The module is 2 mm, pinion is 15 teeth and the gear is 30 teeth. The approach is to create a primitive gear with larger module and cut the excess material to form these gears. So let me start. Create a new file bevel gear. Switch to part design. Create a new body. Rename it as pinion. Switch to gear workbench. Create a bevel gear. The pinion I am going to make is with 2 mm module. But I will create a primitive bevel gear with 2.5 mm module first. Then I can cut excess material to create the gear with 2 mm module. Module 2.5 mm. Height 19 mm. Pitch angle 26.56 degree. Switch back to part design. Create a new sketch. Select XZ plane. View section. Draw construction line, 26.56 degree from the vertical axis. Draw a horizontal line 15 mm, which is the radius of the pitch circle. The pitch circle I referred is for the 2 mm module gear I going to create. Define the distance of the apex of the primitive gear as 37.5 mm. Because I use 2.5 mm as the module for the primitive gear, the distance is calculated based on this formula and it is 37.5 mm. Draw a straight line. Snap this point to the line. Make these two lines perpendicular so the back angle is same as the pitch angle. Distance of these 2 points is 1 times the module. So it is 2 mm. Distance of these 2 points is 1.25 times the module. So it is 2.5 mm. Draw 2 construction lines. Draw a line along the construction line 11.5 mm, which is the width of the face. Use polyline to draw this shape. Snap to the construction line. For this particular pinion, snap to this point, which is the addendum circle. Make these two lines perpendicular. Define this line as 23 mm so this shape will cut excess material from the primitive bevel gear. Close the sketch. Cut the groove. The axis is vertical axis. Select this surface and create a new sketch. Draw a circle 25 mm diameter. Pad it 5 mm. Select this surface and create a new sketch. Draw a circle 14 mm diameter. Pad it 60 mm. The bevel pinion is finished. Now I will duplicate the pinion and edit the gear profile and the sketch to create the new gear. Duplicate the body pinion. Click OK. Click OK too. Rename it as gear. Hide the pinion. Delete the pad and groove. Change the teeth to 30. Module 3.5 mm for the primitive gear. Height 20 mm. And the pitch angle 63.43 degree. Open the sketch to edit. Delete the dimension 23 mm. Delete the radius for the pitch circle. Delete these lines. Change the distance of the apex of the primitive gear with module 3.5 mm. It is 26.25 mm. Change the pitch angle to 63.43 degrees. Delete this line too. Define the radius for the pitch circle as 30 mm. It is for the gear with 2 mm module that I am going to create. The face width is still the same 11.5 mm. This line position has been shifted, delete it too. Use polyline to draw this shape for the gear. Snap these 2 points. Make this line vertical. Make these 2 lines parallel. The height of the gear is 11.8 mm. Fix the horizontal line as 67 mm. Close the sketch. Cut the groove. The axis is the vertical axis. Select this surface and create a new sketch. Draw a circle 40 mm diameter. Pad it 5 mm. Select this surface and create a new sketch. Draw a circle 14 mm diameter. Pad it 60 mm. The bevel gear is completed. Switch to Assembly4 Workbench. Create assembly file. Select the gear. Create new LCS. Gear LCS. Select the circular edge on the base. Concentric. Hide the gear and show the pinion. Create new LCS. Pinion LCS. Select the circular edge on the base. Concentric. Select the assembly and create a new sketch. Call it Master. Go to Model and select LCS Origin as the reference. Go back to Task and select Plane Face. Open the sketch. Draw two lines on X and Y axes. (15 mm) radius of the pitch circle of the pinion. 30 mm radius of the pitch circle of the gear. Create new LCS at the sketch. Pinion. Select the 30 mm line. Z tangent to edge. Select the endpoint and move the LCS there. Create another LCS. gear. Select the 15 mm line. Z tangent to edge. Select the endpoint and move the LCS there. Insert the pinion. Select Parent Assembly from the drop-down manual. Use pinion. Rotate X twice. Click OK. Before I insert the gear, I need to find the offset distance for inserting the gear. Open the sketch under Groove. Check the distance from the pitch circle to the base. It is 5.488 mm. Close the sketch. Insert the gear. Select Parent Assembly and then gear. Rotate X by 90 degrees twice. Adjust Z by -5.48 mm. As I haven't adjusted the distance for the pinion, and that is why two gears are not meshing. Open the sketch in the pinion under Groove to find out the offset distance. It is the distance from the pitch circle to the base where I create the LCS. It is 1.117 mm, which is about 1.12 mm. Go to the pinion. Assembly. Attachment. Position. Change Z to -1.12 mm. Now two gears are meshing. Add angle as variable and set 0 as the default value. Apply variable to the LCS to rotate the gear. Go to Pinion LCS. Attachment. Angle. Enter variables angle times 2 in the expression engine as its speed is double of the gear. For gear LCS. Use minus variables.angle as it rotates in opposite direction. Change the color of the gear to blue. and change it to green for the pinion. Select angle from variables. Begin from 0 to 360 degree and step size 3. Run the animation. Hide the sketch and LCS. If you find this video interesting, please subscribe and give it a like. Thank you for watching.